Hey, Jay here with our latest project. It's a CR250 two-stroke. I almost said CRF. So used to four-strokes the last 10 years, you forget that two-strokes are still alive and kicking. And in this case, we resurrected a 2004 and made it like new. The Wrench Rabbit kit is the heart of the build on this thing, and we made it an off-road bike for Dirt Bike Magazine. Large tank, handguards. We're going to show you this thing right now. So at the heart of this motor is the Wrench Rabbit kit. The Wrench Rabbit kit comes complete with everything you need to rebuild the engine. Transmission bearing, crankshaft, main bearings and main seals, a new Vertex piston, everything you need to do the job right. The kit comes complete, even with a cam chain. Not for this bike, but for four-strokes, it will come with a cam chain. While this thing was apart, we matched the Vertex piston with Millennium, and they replated the cylinder because it was damaged, so they had to bore and replate the cylinder and matched it perfectly to the Vertex piston. So our FMF fatty pipe provides great performance and durability, along with their shorty silencer since we're racing on closed circuit conditions, or this GP racing out west here. The radiators were beat up on this thing and all twisted. ICW goes through and straightens them up and also can brace them up so they're really strong in case of any crashes. From Rocky Mountain, ATVMC.com, the Tusk impact wheels are a great value on a lot of our builds. In this case, we went the 18-inch rear wheel. We matched it up to the Dunlop AT81 tire front and rear. So up front we used the Tusk oversized front rotor kit, great addition for extra stopping power. We also utilized the Tusk front brake line. The other brake line, being over 10 years old, was not in good condition. The Cycra rebound handguards are a great addition for an off-road bike that you don't want to run wraparounds on. In a fall they bend back, really nice pieces. Will help in protection from roost. Also a little bit of cold weather protection in those cases, so great addition for an off-road bike. For the front number plate, we updated this, had to do a little customizing with a custom bracket, and we have our Works Connection meter here. We ran the Cycra front number plate off of a 2015 model, and the 2009 through 13 front fender we were able to make work with some extra holes. A little bit of customizing if you're into that. Not too tough a project. Dirt Bike Magazine works with Precision Concepts in a lot of their off-road builds, and they had them set this thing up for the GP type racing they're going to be doing out west in California and some of the western states. IMS makes a large capacity tank for this bike, for sure a must in any off-road trail riding conditions like what this bike's going to be used for. IMS Pro Series pegs are really nice, good footprint, work really well. TM makes some great pieces, especially for off-road where you want to be really strong and durable. Our rear chain guide and the front chain guide here around the swing arm, really nice quality pieces that are very durable. We retained the stock gearing with the Renthal twin ring rear and front sprocket, have the primary drive O-ring chain. The V-Force 3 reed cage is a great addition for any two-stroke bike, and just kind of one of the main mods most guys will do to their two-stroke. Very clean. Definitely adds some good performance. So with any old bike like this that you're fixing up, a carburetor is very important. Make sure you got the stock jetting in there. You can also check some good websites to check any updated, better jetting specs. Pro Circuit has a good specs on their site. It's really good to make sure that the carburetor is completely clean and has good seals and jetted properly. So the Tusk shifter is a good addition, good quality OEM replacement shifter, and definitely looks a little cooler as well. So in this case right here, a little customizing, we remove that cover that goes here because you get a little better view and can wash your bike a lot better. And you just have to run different length bolts and run these guides for your hoses. Okay, so for some of these older bikes, current good plastic skid plates aren't available. In this case, we found out that a KX F250 skid plate was pretty close, and we were able to modify it and make it work. With the Cycra one here, just had to do a little bit of cutting, a little bit of modifying, we made it work. So we have some good protection for this bike off-road. Hey, so as you can see, that's a lot of really cool and in some cases expensive parts. But at the heart of this thing is the Wrench Rabbit kit, which isn't too expensive for everything you get to rebuild your old bike. And some of this you can do in pieces as you're going about your fixing up of your old bike. PivotWorks kits, we did use steering stem bearings, linkage bearings, and shock bearings. Those are the main ones that were out. We did re-grease the swing arm bearings when we had the engine out. So those are good things to do, and re-grease everything up, pack them correctly. So that's really all there is to it. We're going to go see what Dirt Bike Magazine thinks of this thing and look for it in an upcoming issue of Dirt Bike Magazine.